Hello, in this video, I'm going to start making my pink diamond cosplay that I want to make. I'm going to Comic Palooza in Houston in May. And I want to participate in their costume contest. And I know I have 5 months till then, but I want to get started right now because I think it's really important to take breaks. Today, I'm just going to do all the basic stuff. I'm going to make hopefully all the patterns and then maybe make the shoes. Yeah, that is what we're doing today. I'm gonna start by draping some scrap fabric I have on here, and I will show a picture of her. But on the front she has like this little triangle little top thing. I'm gonna start by draping that on here. I don't know, I kind of want it to be like 2 pieces this way because I have big paws, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. It just depends on how it works because I might just do regular darts, which I like to do. Anyway, I'm going to use the scrap fabric and I'm going to drape it. And then what I drape, first of all, I'm going to make it look nice on the ground, like actually patterning it. And then I'm going to use it and make a mock-up. And I'm going to make a mock-up of the whole thing. And then I'm going to take apart that mock-up and I'm going to use that as my pattern because I'm not going to go cut it out of paper. Why would I do that? That's so much extra work. Okay, now I've sketched it how I think I want to cut it out. I actually think I'm going to make this neckline lower. I know, sexy, whatever. I think that'll work. Most of the rest of the parts are going to be like spandex, so I really don't want it to be too loose on me. And I know sometimes when I do things on this mannequin, it is a little too loose on me. I've tried to make her the right size. I kind of gave up. But you know, that's what I'm looking for. So I don't know if I really want to pattern that on here or with this. And I do have some spandex, but I don't want to pattern spandex. It's weird. I think I'm gonna just make it this size, and then my mock-up, of course, will be in spandex. Wait, then my pattern will be in spandex. I don't care. You know, it's fine. Okay, so she has these shorts. They're like kind of high-rise, and so this is like a bralette type thing, and then she's got well, it's like this other part of her outfit that goes here. There's a cutout in the front, and then that other part of her outfit is also in the back, and it basically just connects the top to the shorts. I'm just gonna use the spandex. Okay, here's my spandex. I was actually using this for another costume, but it's mostly done, so I shouldn't really need much more of this. And we're taking a break from it right now because I was getting really stressed and it kind of sucked. So, you know, I just took a break. Okay, so she has this cutout, but you can't see it like at all from the front. So if she's standing flat to the front, the cutout starts here on the side. So there's stuff in the back, but not up here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the cutout smaller than it's supposed to be because I have a big belly, and I feel like if I put it on and it stretches a little bit, it'll open it more. And maybe it won't be like totally to the sides like it is in the pictures, but I also just think that'll help it hold up more because I think that going in the back isn't really doing anything to hold it up. So I'm going to make the cutout just a little bit bigger than it is. I'll probably put it to this dart, maybe. Okay, that's what I've got so far. So you can see, I hope you can see, there's this top part. I actually, I'm gonna change it a little bit. Again, I don't know how I want that to look, because she has like those sleeves that are kind of like on those coquette little shirts or whatever, the cottagecore ones, and I don't know how, well, I feel like I can make those. I just don't know exactly where to put this. I guess I could put it a little lower still. This is what I have so far. This is my pattern, and I can show you the back, but it's nothing like special. It's just a little thing right here. Oh, it is a little whatever. So my next deal is to take all of this off, because this is the patterns for most of the bodice. So I'm going to take all of this off and I'm going to put it on the floor, and then I'm going to cut them out with their seam allowances. For this gray one, I'm going to have to add an extra little seam allowance to this part in the back, because for real this is going to be a fold, but I don't have the other half, of course, so I'm just going to put a little extra seam allowance that is not going to be there for the real thing. I'll cut it off. Yeah, and then I'm going to sew them together. Oh, she just fell. And then I'm going to sew them together, and that'll be my pattern for the top, hopefully, if it fits. Okay, so I finished cutting out all the pieces, and right now I'm in the middle of sewing them together to see if it fits. But this part of the video is really for future me. Okay, so you have this half of the pattern that's like this L shape, right? It goes to the front piece, and this part of the L right here, the vertical part, goes and connects to the side seam on the front piece right here under the armpit. That connects there, and then make sure they're right sides together, of course, but you can do that. And then the little other piece, the extra little shorter tail horizontal piece, connects on this right here on the bottom from the side seam to the dart. So this is what it looks like pinned. It's like a little triangle shape. Okay, that is it. I'm going to go sew it together now. Okay, so I tried it on, and as expected, it is just a little bit too big. So I am going to take it in the back right here, just like a little bit, and it's a seam, it's whatever. But I needed to film this for future me again. You see this right here, this corner? That looks bad. Look at all those wrinkles. It's not very, hello, is it focused? It's not very good, and I think this is for two reasons. Reason number one, I cut a notch in the spandex fabric before I sewed it, which made it kind of hard for me to line it up, so I kind of just had to hope that it all fit in there. So that is number one. Number two, I will show you on this side, because this side has the lines with the seam allowance. Number two, I didn't line this up correctly. So the seam allowance, whenever you line up your seam allowance, make sure that this line where you are going to sew is at the place where the thing was supposed to be. Because I put the end of the fabric where it's supposed to be, which gave me a lot of extra space over here. So make sure you put the place, your seam allowance line, at the end of your fabric. Okay, that is all. I am going to fix that, and I'm not going to show you because I need sleeves first. So I'm going to do that, and then I am going to make sleeves. For the sleeves, I'm going to take this pattern, and I'm just going to make it really big. Maybe just a little bit longer, but really bigger this way. Because it's a big gathered sleeve. And I want it to be poofy, so. Okay, so I cut out the sleeve, and I'm pretty confident this is going to work. I mean, it's just a regular sleeve pattern. The only thing I'm really worried about is this might be a little too short, but I don't think it is, but it might be. I have to look at the reference picture again, but I'm going to sew this to the main piece, and then I should be able to just put it on and show you. I need to add elastic to the top, and And right now when I make it, it's probably not going to be very cute because I'm not going to like do any of the finishings or anything. But whenever I do make it for real, I will probably find a different way to do it. So the type of elastic thing you see on the top, that's probably not what it's going to be like in the real thing. Okay, so I wanted to record this before I forgot because this is something important for future me. So for the sleeves, so since they're just like kind of halfway and they don't go all the way back, on the front side, I sewed them to the this orange piece or the front bodice piece. I sewed them to that all the way, right? Because that's what it's for. But on this back piece, it is just a straight line, so it's a little confusing. But I sewed this on the gray piece or the spandex. I sewed that 4.5 inches. Okay, 4.5 inches this way. And then it should be, well, it's not gathered yet, but it should be a good sleeve, like, on the bottom part. But this is what I have. I just have to gather it now and then try it on, and I already know some problems. Let me be in the frame. I already know some problems that are going to arise when I try this on, but some of them I hope are going to be fixed by the shorts. Okay, so I also forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, but fun fact about me, in freshman and sophomore year of high school, well, I'm still in high school, but freshman and sophomore year, I was in color guard, and I was really good at it. I was like captain as a sophomore, well, a captain as a sophomore. You know, I was really good at it and everything. I was flag captain is what I was, so, and as we know, Pink Diamond / Rose Quartz has a flag. So I'm gonna use this bad boy, and I am going to make one of these. We call it the silk. Anyway, I'm gonna make one of these, but it's gonna be hers. And I'm hoping that for the competition I can do a skit and I can dance with it. But I don't know if they would let me take it in because this is like a aluminum pole and it's really big and it is made of metal. And I don't know if that's gonna like go against their like crop rules or whatever. If it does, I still have hope because I have some like cardboard tubes. These are from like wrapping paper. I think I would use these and I would either roll them up really tight or I would go get some like, I think it's called PVC pipe, but it's those little plastic tubes. And I would make just like a smaller flag because this one is 6 feet tall and made of metal. But it's a little iffy because it's huge and it's made of metal, but it is hollow. So I don't know that they would. I don't know if they don't like this, then I will make a smaller one either out of cardboard or PVC pipe. And I will just like, this room is too short, but I'll just do like smaller, not as impressive stuff. Okay, so I made the shorts pattern, but I have no clue what this character looks like from the back. So, well, I guess I could like look it up, like fan art and stuff, but like in the show, I don't think we ever see her from the back. Well, completely from the back. My problem is, I don't know. Okay, don't quote me. I don't know if that's true or not, or if the world knows what she looks like from the back, but I haven't been able to find it yet. So I don't know if the back of her shorts, like, okay, so the front of her shorts, she has, I will probably put a picture. She has like this like V, not like V thing, but kind of like a bodysuit like bottom, you know, like on top of her shorts, like how that one clown girl from that one, what's it called, from Digital Circus. I haven't seen that show. I've just seen the cosplayers, but that like it's the thing that she has. And I know that she also has it in the back, but I don't know if this girl has it in the back too, because I haven't seen any pictures from that far, except for one fan art. I am probably not going to put it on the screen, but who knows, I might. who did show her from the back, and it did have the thing in the back. So I don't know if I should just trust that, or if I should not trust it, because my original plan was to make a cutout of the shorts and sew in the spandex, but that's really complicated. But I do think I could do it. I just think it's a little complicated. So I don't know if I should do that, or if I should just make like the whole bodysuit clippy thing. I do want this all in one piece though, so low key, I might just, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I decided kind of what I'm gonna do for the pants right now. So I cut out my shorts patterns, and basically, this is one of them, except for I cut out a little extra piece. Well, not an extra piece, but I cut the whole shorts pattern, and I cut the whole shorts pattern, and then I cut out the front piece of it. This is a piece that goes like right on the crotch. And I'm gonna cut this out of spandex, and then I'm just gonna sew it back to this with the spandex. And for today, on the back, I am not going to do this whole thing. I'm just gonna have the back be regular shorts and pretend that's how she is in the show. But that does mean that I will have two different shorts patterns, one for the back and one for the front. Usually all four of my pieces, I use just the same pattern because it doesn't change that much for me. So yeah, but if I do the back not like this, then I will have a pattern for each one whenever I figure out what to do, like, yeah. Okay, so first of all, I got rid of the mic because it wasn't working for some reason. Second of all, I want everyone to promise that they're not gonna laugh when I show them this mock-up, okay? Everyone promise right now, you're not gonna laugh. Okay, let me show you. This is the mock-up. Okay. It is better than I thought it would be. Here are my problems. This piece in the front is way too big. So I'm just gonna seam down the middle, like literally like 2 or 3 inches, get rid of that, so that this is a lot smaller. And I'm hoping that's gonna fix this other, hold on. It's supposed to be low-waisted. I always pull it up because I don't like low-waisted stuff. But yeah, and I think that will fix this problem, which is that this part is way too big too. So if I do this, this will kind of go in a little more on the side. But right here, I can't see because of the ring light, but right here, whenever I pull this in, it like bunches up like this, which I don't like, but we will get back to that in a second. And then the same thing up here, it bunches up by the sleeves, which I will also get back to in just a second. I'm gonna put this on inside out so that I can pin this top part the way that I want it, and then just sew it down. Okay, so I did actually decide to go fix the pants first. I think I can still go just a little bit smaller, but this is a lot better than it was. I also think that the pants are just a little bit droopy. Like I need to, like there's a lot of space like right here. And I think I need to make this whole part tighter like that more. So I will also do that. But right now, I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to pin some more darts into here because big taws need a lot of them. Just so that it can actually, like up here is not this baggy and huge. Oh, don't look at my taws, but because this part isn't huge. And then down here's a little big. I want it a little bit tighter, but not that much tighter, so I'm just gonna build onto these darts. There we go. See, now it's like not falling off. It fits me pretty well up here. So yeah, and now down here, so this part, if it stays, it's not really staying down, I think it's fine. I just don't want it to like ride up like this and then be super high up because it's not supposed to be high-waisted. It's supposed to be here, not low-waisted, but like regular waist. So it's like, but it might ride up. I'm not totally sure. It depends on how much this is stretching, which I don't think it's stretching too much. I I think if I relax, it'll stay. Well, we are getting somewhere. Look at this. It kind of looks like the outfit, right? Kind of. A little bit. I just think I need to add more dart to these, and I'm just gonna do it by my machine and hope it works. Right. And the top ones are good and pinned. And then I'm going to see if I can do something to fix this part, and then hopefully it'll fit. Okay, so here is the pattern. Here is my mock-up. Okay, this sleeve is falling off. Don't worry about that, because the sleeves are just going to be gathered with elastic, so they won't do that. But I think that this pattern is good. Here are some things I'm going to do just to the pattern whenever because I'm going to put them on paper because these pieces are so messed up right now. I can't use them. I will be so confused. But here's some things I'm going to do on the paper. I'm going to raise this neckline because I'm wearing a bodysuit under, but I am going to be wearing this bodysuit under the actual thing. So yeah, on the actual pattern, I just need to raise it up like an inch. That might mess with my darts a little bit though, but that's okay. And then this part, I actually took it in a little too much. I guess it looks fine, but I don't really like the way that it sits whenever it's stretched out like that. It feels a little bit like it's about to come up. Although I will say that this part is not tight enough to let it go. I mean, isn't loose enough to let it go up right now because I took in the shorts a bunch and the gathering doesn't change. But it will on the actual thing, and the actual thing, the gathering will match. But I wasn't worried about that right now. And then for the middle of the shorts, I figured out how to get it to go up. I was sewing the thing the wrong way, but I needed to do both ways anyway. But I need to take that out, take it in just like another inch. And that should be it. And I will put that all on my pattern. And so this is not the finished pattern, but this is the finished, this is like halfway through the pattern. Because I'm also thinking, right now I don't know exactly what fabrics I'm going to use for each one, but I think the shorts and the top, this part, are the same fabric, and then the sleeves, and there's like this extra fluff thing that's gonna go, and I'm gonna sew it in between here. I'm not making a pattern for that. The sleeves are the same fabric as that, and the shorts are the same fabric as the top. I want to do pin tucks on the shorts, just like across all the way, because I think it would be really cute. And I don't like how in the show there's not a lot of texture on honestly any of the outfits. So I kind of want to do pin tucks on the shorts. Right now though, I'm looking at this and I really like it the way it is. And I was thinking of just adding a bunch of embroidery and things like that onto it. So I may not do that now that I think about it. Because this is cute, but am I just saying that because I made it and I put it on and I'm excited? Or am I saying that because it's actually cute? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to put all of these on paper patterns and I'm going to make it pretty and stuff. And then I'm also going to make a pattern for this part and then the top with pin tucks because I don't want to have just only the shorts. And I could do the shorts and the sleeves, but the sleeves are a different fabric. So it would be weird, I think, that if the shorts and the sleeves had it and they were different fabrics and it didn't really match. But I don't want it to be just the shorts, then the other part with that fabric is not have them. Or I could just not do them, which would be okay, but not really because I want them. I need to sketch this, but I will show you the final pattern when it's done. Okay, here are all my patterns. Yay. Okay, I need to tell myself the deal for this one. For that one and for that one. So first, take that one, which is the knot lining pattern, and put in all of the pin tucks, and then mark the, what are they called? The triangle things onto that after it's put together so that it's the same size as that one. And then sew the triangle things, the darts onto that one. Okay, that is it. But here are all of my patterns. And a sneak peek on my fabrics. I don't have all of them yet.